PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Albert O, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressive.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Rashad Bateman. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 24, Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They go play action now. Jackson finds Hines again for the completion. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Play action. It's Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Rondale Moore, the intended target, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and it's third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big 30-yard play on third.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This to Hines on the drop-off. 3 yards the gain there, second down. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. TJ Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And the Watt family certainly knows how to get to the quarterback. His brother JJ, he led the NFL in that category twice in 2012 and 2015. And now TJ enters the record books. Led the league in sacks with 15 in 2020, but he plays so hard, he's always around the quarterback. 61 pressures last year, 16 more than the second-place finisher.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. These two teams all tied after one. Prater's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Akers. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Murray. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's complete. Okuegbuna. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
He is out of bounds inside the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Jackson. And this is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Now it's Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, right back to Hines. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Escape Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Here's Jackson. He'll check this down to Hines. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
From the 24, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Jackson now. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, Hines. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. Now Jackson. Trying to improvise. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase it or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. 30, 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins now. They shakes him off. And that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. First down. Here's Cousins. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Prater for the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Cam Akers
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Open man, here's Schwartz, complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, Jackson. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run on first down with Akers. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Brian Burns able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Jackson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go play action with Jackson. Being chased, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on first down. Akers. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Going right back to Akers.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he